Okay. Really, you have to give credit to Georgia. They beat us in all phases. Really played a good football game. There's many things we will take from this. We can learn an awful lot. Definitely was not our best effort. It's not for a lack of trying. Our team really had a good week of preparation. They were excited to play. Did not execute at times. At times we got outmanned. We missed more tackles than I could remember. So we didn't execute a few things, but you got to give them credit. You've heard me talk for many times that they're sitting there, and if they rush for 300 yards plus, you're not going to win very many games. So obviously we got to get back and fundamentally get better. I thought they moved us. I thought they made us miss. They did a nice job with their pinch sets, bouncing it, our run support, a lot of things we could do better. And again, a lot of that has to do with them. That's why they do that to a lot of people. What they do is complicated, and it's difficult to defend with some athletes that they have in space. So we'll get better. Our team will get back on track, and we'll be excited to get back to work on Monday.
Does this loss hurt a little bit more than the other one compared to what was at stake for this game and all the hype leading up to it?
Of course, our team, anytime you invest as much as we do into these games and put ourselves in that position, it's going to hurt. And that's what I told the team, and we invested a lot, and I understand that. But we can't make this loss turn into two. So we got to get back to work and regroup and be committed on Monday.
After Darius West was ejected, I noticed that you took him around your arms and you were talking to him. You want to mention what you were saying to him?
No, I mean, I don't even recall all of it, to be honest with you. I mean, Darius is a great kid and poured his heart into it, and he's an emotional guy. And I just wanted to put my arm around him, make sure he regrouped himself, and got to the locker room and got everything under control. I don't remember exactly what I said. Yeah.
How encouraging was it to see the team continue to fight when they went down 28-3?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The fight is there. We got to do some things better. The long run, really that one really broke it open. And there's some things they do a nice job where they were cracking, and we were filling off that, and just they give them a little space, and then they're difficult. They're very physical, but all those yards just don't come from that. They get the movement, and then they do a nice job with cracks, and then they're so fast. There's some little bit of room there, and they're ripping off some big runs. It's not just pushing you around inside. What they do and how they scheme it is good. You have to be very precise.
Mark, I'm looking at the video of the Bunchy ejection right now. It looked like the ref initiated contact. Did Bunchy say something to him, or are you aware of it?
I really, don't think it's wise for me to comment on that. Again, I don't know. I didn't see anything. I have no idea. But, I'll put it this way. I know Bunchy's heart, and I know, he's an emotional guy, and I don't think he was trying to be disrespectful. So, but if he put his hand and tried to grab her for whatever reason, you can't do that. So, that's. Again, if he did that, if he touched him in any way, even if he's emotional or just, I don't think he meant it in a disrespectful way. Let's put it that way. I know Bunchy. I know where his heart's at, and the rule is the rule. So I didn't see it. So.
Mark, this is the first time your team had been in a position like this. Georgia's had a lot of big game experience like this. Do you think that played any factor at all?
I don't know. I don't know. I think our team, all week had great preparation. I thought we stayed in our routine. Against a very, very good team like that, you have to execute and be extremely precise, along with being athletic, physical, all the things that they do and they have. And they have explosive guys on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and both sides. And you have to play better. So. I think our team's very experienced, and we have put ourselves playing games, and we'll continue to learn.
Mark, guys had one of those tackles and you could remember. How much of that was just because of the ability of Georgia's running back?
You got to give them credit. You know, there's a lot of one-on-one situations that happen out there, and the speed which they have definitely, you know, is difficult to defend, and it's one of the reasons why they're, you know, been a top 5 team in the past 2 years.
Like you said, you can't let this turn into 2 losses. How do you help this week to make sure there's not a letdown after?
You lean on the leaders of this football team, and our guys they're good in there. They're good. We got beat tonight, and we have to regroup and go about our business. We have strong leaders in there, and I anticipate that we'll be ready to go.
Mark, the missed tackles, do you think the guys in cast, having both linebackers, do you think that played any role?
That doesn't help. It doesn't help. You know, late in the game, and we're basically in 4-minute defense, and you know, that's what I was talking with Coach House about, and just, you know, we had to put Chris in there. We had Chris and DeAndre, but I think both in there on the long run, on the long touchdown run. So, as experienced as we are, when you take those guys out of the middle, you go to very inexperienced. But I thought they did some good things, and it doesn't help with 2 guys in there, you know, trying to tackle with those clubs on.
Mark, how great was the crowd tonight? They stuck with you the whole game and tried to help you out.
That was a great atmosphere. Wish we'd have given them a few more things to cheer about, but really appreciate it. That was a fantastic atmosphere, and again, that's what it's like playing in an SEC venue, and I'd like to create that where it's like that every week.
Mark, did you think coming into the game that their running game and their offensive line could be a matchup problem, or did that surprise you a little bit how successful they were?
Well, you know, I don't think, you know, we ever go into the game thinking we're going to give up those kind of yards, and again, it's a combination of things. It's not just physically, you know, moving you. They do that well. They definitely create space, and they're very well coached on the offensive line, and the sets that they give you create issues with their pinch sets, and they make, you know, some smaller guys, some of our corners come up and aren't quite used to it, and they create some edges, and you know, there were some things we need to do better.
Mark,
Credit them. Yeah, sorry.
Anything going on your side with the running game, or you just run into some people who are pretty good at?
Yeah, I mean, pretty good. You know, they're pretty darn good. You know, you got to give them credit, and you know, we'll continue to look at all options. You know, we had some good drives early in the game, and then we petered out and stalled, and got to look at it and see why. You know, I'd like to see us, you know, punch some of those in and give us some, make it closer there at half, and you know, we need to be more balanced, and this time it's, you know, Terry throwing for more yards, and we need to run it for more, you know. But I thought Terry was again taking another step today. I thought he really did a good job of hanging in the pocket and distributing the ball against a very talented defense, and we need to build off that and continue to be physical and run the ball more effectively.
Coach, how much did it hurt not being able to cash in on some of those early drives you talked about?
It's definitely a factor. You know, it definitely hurts the energy and, you know, the confidence. And again, I thought we had some good drives. We gotta finish them.
You said you could learn from things from this, and being in this position. What types of things do you want the team to learn from this?
Well, it's many things. Like the execution from an elite, from a top, you know, top 3, 4, 5 team. You know, the execution that they have, and you know, they are obviously very talented. They're very well coached, but you have to be very precise, and we have to win some of those one-on-one matchups, and we have to do a better job from coaching, starting with me and, you know, everybody on down, and we'll all accept it together, and we'll keep on fighting to get back in that position.
Mark, the offense has had some success the last 2 weeks when you were forced to go fast late in the games. Can you use that in other situations, or is that because the defense is
Yeah, I think we may. I mean, we have to look at that. I mean, Terry certainly looks comfortable right now, just straight drop back, and he's doing some good things, and the receivers are working hard, and you know, it'd be nice to build off that.
How much was Benny held back by his ankle in the second half?
I think a bit, you know. I don't know. I didn't get an update from Jim, but definitely, I would think a little bit. I don't know. I got to get caught up with Jim.
Mark, the long punt return, on the first
Yeah.
punt, because it was such a great atmosphere, and that sort of put everybody in their seats. How big was that?
Yeah, that was big. It was big. We can't start. I believe it was a 3-and-out to start the game, and they get the big punt return and get great field position, and that obviously is not good. And we need to do a better job. We had worked hard with their punt returner. We know how electric he was, and we really wanted to put that. We wanted to place that better. And Max has done a super job. But one thing you can't do is outkick your coverage right down the middle of the field against that return guy. That was not in our game plan. So we got to do a better job.
Anybody else? Everybody good? All right, thank you very much.